Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my series Skylines series, Fangchenggang region. And today we are in part 11 and we're just kind of making some very important connections for a city, and we're just going ahead with city planning in this episode. And for this one today we're going to specialize in building and kind of, I would say, a good train connection, because it's kind of a struggle for me sometimes to have a good transportation system in modded city skylines, because it isn't that important for me how the traffic is going, and so I'm mostly thinking kind of, no, I kind of don't need to give that much of a thinking for kind of all of these things, because it is just not kind of the thing that I would need to do, because it's also something that I want to have some small traffic jams in my city because they're looking pretty cool and they're also very realistic. So this is quite a problem for me, that I'm liking traffic jams in this game. So this is something that is also one of the main reasons why I'm not usually don't doing a transportation system, but for this one I thought we will have so many people going around the city and we will still have a lot of traffic while we will be doing this, and it's just for the realism, it is better, I think. And yes, excuse me right there, but I had to put down my headphones. But what you can see me doing there is recoloring all these stones, because they were kind of this yellowish and I wanted to have them kind of colder, because with this colder color it is looking like not this extremely, let's say, dry area. It is also kind of something that I think that is, I would imagine as in an area where it is also kind of not so extremely sunny all the time and some stuff like this. So I thought this would be looking quite good. And yes, there for the exit of this area and into our downtown area, I'm using kind of this street there for one small pass by so that they can go there. And yes, I'm kind of right now thinking how I want to tell this, because it is still a very rural area right now, because it is in a forest, and this forest isn't in this kind of typical thing that you would think of when you're thinking of kind of dystopian or futuristic city. But in my thoughts, this would be one of the best things that the people could do in the future, to plant trees and to have something kind of forests there, because forests are kind of helping all of us and regaining some oxygen for us. So I think this would be something that would be very important for the kind of future. There you could see me struggling with the kind of rails, because they're sometimes doing some very weird things, but I also had to kind of switch them off then in the end, because I can't use them in the one way kind of variant there, because they need to be two ways so that I can use the kind of train platforms correctly. So I sadly had to use the normal ones, but I think it worked out quite well in the end, and I'm very happy with how it looks in the end. And also with this approach here I had some problems that it would be still realistic, because this would be quite a hard curve. And this is also what I realized here, just I smoothed it out a bit and it worked out very well in the end. And yes, it is just kind of this series, I'm loving it. It is so cool, and it's just kind of also giving me it's kind of the motivation for this is just kind of some ideas that I had about a futuristic city. I can build all of them in the city, and this is just awesome, because I kind of love this feeling to have the freedom of building something that isn't this kind of realistic all the time. So there will be a lot of very realistic things in this series, don't get me wrong, but there may maybe be also some stuff that is kind of futuristic when I'm happy with how I built it. But yeah, there will be some stuff like this. Also, this episode is very important for the infrastructure of our city, because it's just kind of the first thing for the backbone, for the spine of our whole city. And with these kind of rails, they have to be very straight. And so I thought about this would be kind of good to start with them, because they will use a lot of space, and that we can also kind of build the city around them, I would say. So we aren't doing the normal thing like I would be doing it normally, just kind of to start off by building downtown. I want to start off by building the kind of railway stuff and like this. And that I'm saying this in episode 11 is kind of funny, but I hope you know what I mean, that I will be kind of evolving the city around my transportation system at one point. And with the last video, we finally reached the 300 subs. This is incredible for me. Just quite a huge thank you to all of you guys, because about a month ago I was at 230 or 20 and now I'm there, so this is incredible. Thanks to all of you guys. It is so cool to see your support and that you're happy with what I'm building there, and it is just that I want to say thank you for to all of you guys, because it is incredible. So thank you. Please keep up the kind of support from your side. It is incredible, and I will try to get my voice recordings even better, and just also to get my quality of the videos up, because I think it's still not that great, but I think we're going a pretty good way with them, because I'm also trying out some new stuff, and with the sharpness I'm still trying to get it better, and just some stuff like this, I would say. And yes, I'm right now reading on my little cheat sheet what I want to say in this episode, because I have some points more, but I want to have them in a better understanding for you guys, so that it's in a better point of the video, so that you can also see what I'm doing there. And because you have time for the next point that I want to tell you about, I want to answer a comment that I got under episode 9 from Kaden Reds, and he asked about power lines. And yet a very important point. I will definitely need to add more of them, and even the bigger ones, the steel beam ones that you said, because I just need them in a city. But for now I don't have them, because I'm still in the phase where I still have to define my city, and they will be coming no matter what. I definitely want to build them, so don't be afraid of this. There will be definitely a lot of them, but I think this in about 2 to 3 episodes. 2 to 5, I'm sorry, because I'm right now having 2 more already recorded, and I would just try to get in some for you already, but there might be some changes in them later on when I'm rebuilding some parts of the city. So there you can see me building the forest, and my thoughts on this one were that the the people in the city gave it more space to grow, and now just the whole area is used by trees, and it's just overgrowing. So it is the space where they're just they set some trees, but they don't keep them clean and tidy. The trees can just be growing wildly like they want to, because I think this is also extremely cool looking. And when I would live in a city, I'm very happy that there are also some places in Vienna like this, and this is just something important, I think, and this is just something that I wanted to add to the feeling of the city. And this is for now the last station on this line. It will definitely be extended later on, but for now it will be just going between those 3, and it is already working great. So it is pretty good working, and I definitely can't say anything against it. And there you can see me having the problem with the one-way ones, so there then I'm switching them to the normal ones, and I think it's also okay. For the forest, for the ground, for the detailing, I will be later on using another grass asset. I'm sorry, a bigger one. And the bigger one is just there because it's higher grass, and it is a bit low poly, I think, but it is working out very well for me, and it isn't eating too many FPS, so don't get me wrong, it's eating a lot of them, but not too many. And yes, it's just like this episode was pretty important for me, and I had some struggles to do the voice recordings with it, as you may notice right now, but I think in the end it turned out pretty well, and I'm evolving, I would say, with my voiceovers. And we will be using some, I think, Japanese trains for this one, and this city is getting even more Japanese feelings in it, and I was actually at the point that I was shortly before saying we will just make this in completely Japanese city, and I'm still struggling with this thought, but I still want to have different ideas in it, so I don't think that it will be poorly Japanese. And yes, also as someone of you mentioned already, it isn't how is it called? it isn't from the realistic layout of Fangchenggang region, because this is quite a rural area in my opinion, and it is completely different. So it's more like this harbor that they have there in real life. This whole area is just a big industrial harbor with some buildings in it, but I just wanted to have it bigger. And so I said, yeah, I will be doing it like this and just kind of give it my own kind of touch for creativity, I would say. And yes, this is everything that I wanted to tell you today, and I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you'd consider liking this video. And also, if you're new to my channel, I would extremely appreciate if you'd subscribe to me. It helps me quite a lot, and it just kind of gives me more of a possibility to make more videos, and just kind of also to make some, maybe also some shorter ones, but then with better content and better voiceovers, because I'm kind of very happy with the length of this one with 14 minutes. It's very good in my opinion, so there will be more like this one, I think. Right now, in the end, at minute 14 exactly, you will see for about 20 seconds just a train going in the station and passing by. I just love this kind of cinematic shot there, and I didn't want it to edit in the beginning of the video, so I thought, yeah, we'll edit in the end. And just kind of also get all the information cards in there, and kind of also the, what are they called, the ending pictures in there. And right now you can just see me finishing off the detailing, and it is turning out pretty well in my opinion. Please tell me what you're thinking about it in the comments, and if you want me to build anything in the city, please write it down in the comments and I will be building it, just kind of also as the temple idea. I'm already working on this, but I'm still struggling with the position of it, not gonna lie. But yeah, thank you for watching, hopefully you'll have a great day, and hopefully see another video. Bye!